Yes, the rains never seem to come in the right place or the right time, the farmer grudgingly agreed. We need to take the water out of the streams. Someone stands in the stream with a pot, fills it up, and pours it onto the bank. From the bank, we cut lanes in the soil for the water to flow down to the fields. This is not very good. It takes a lot of effort, and much water is lost before it reaches the fields. We have tried also carrying the water from the stream to the field, and though we lose less water, the time and energy required is much greater. Yes, I've heard of this problem before, replied Guyler. There are two possible solutions that I know of, but there may be more. It isn't something I have a lot of experience with. One is where you put the pots on a wheel, then the wheel is turned and lifts the pots out of the water, and then as the wheel turns, the pots empty. This, I think, may not work, for the pots need to be very solid, and the stream probably needs to be deeper than this. Also, it's generally a very big thing to make. The other is more complex, but probably would work better. They've called it an Archimedes screw in other places before now. This time, you turn a handle, the water is forced up a slope. I think I can show you some images of it working. There are some in my database. If you can make water flow up a slope, then it'll be a great thing indeed, said Farmer. But what is this thing you have in your hand? This item allows me to bring up images to show others. Carlo attempted to quickly gloss over some of his technology. Here you can see it in action, by lifting the water each time the handle of the screw is turned. You can make it almost any size or weight that you want. The more water it lifts, the harder the handle will be to turn. From your pictures, it does seem to work, but such a construction is way beyond my abilities to construct. I would say, unless you have one of these devices to hand, then we should visit Toolmaker immediately. No, I didn't bring one of these with me, and generally the item is made to fit the specific requirements, depending on how far the water needs to be lifted and how much water needs to be moved. Garlow said most of this to the farmer's back, as the older gentleman it appeared was very sprightly for his age, so he'd already started moving well before Garlow had finished. He presumed that they were on the way to Toolmaker, which he assumed also was both the name of the person and the profession. With Farmer in the lead, they made their way back towards the Mayflower and then stopped at the largest building a little distance from it. Farmer called out a quick greeting, and on hearing some kind of muffled reply, entered the building. Inside, a small, pretty lady with brown, curly hair was carefully sharpening a tool which Guyler couldn't immediately identify. The walls of the room were filled with tools of all kinds. Mostly they looked like farming tools. There were also hammers, chisels, and the like. All these tools, however, shared some common features. They'd all seen a lot of use. Most of the metal parts of the tools were now much worn. In the middle of the room was a handcrafted bench, and next to it, currently in use, was a heavy, four-legged form of a grinding or sharpening wheel. Guyler's mind went immediately to the marks on the floor of the Mayflower. It was possible this item had been the same one as removed from the Mayflower. However, it also could have been moved at any time, and certainly didn't appear to be a recent addition to the room.